What is up, guys? Archon, and I'm here bringing you guys another YouTube video. In today's video, we're going to be going over the Hearthstone battlegrounds changes that have been added to the game. Battlegrounds has been getting quite a bit of shakeup lately. About a week ago, when the Center of Dragons launched, they had Bronzebeard removed from the hero pool, as well as removing the Nightmare Amalgam minion. It definitely changed the way a lot of people played the game. They also added a demon and a new Murloc to help those archetypes out. So they're definitely shaking up the game quite a bit. I will not be doing the actual Hearthstone base card game in this review. If you guys want to see that, I can go ahead and make a video for you guys, but I want you guys to post down below if that's what you want. So this will focus solely on the battlegrounds. Without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about the changes. Shutterwalk is having his cost from his hero power reduced from 2 to 1. I played a couple games today, and I did pick up Shutterwalk. I didn't realize that some of these changes had gone through, but when I was playing Shutterwalk, I was thinking, man, his hero power is a lot more easier to use than it was in the past, and that would explain why. Having it be a 1 cost instead of 2 is really a big deal, because once you have 10 gold, you can actually, funnel through, especially if you get like a board full of buffs. Like, let's say you have a Bob's Tavern full of buffs. You have 10 gold to spend, and you want to buff only one of them, obviously, because that's all you can do. You can actually cycle through the buffs, and then whatever the last big buff is, you can then use your Shutterwalk power and add that buff, make it Battlecry twice. So it definitely adds up over time, and it's a really strong hero power now. Queen Wogtaggle. I think her hero power was pretty bad. It never really took off in the mid to early game either. It was okay-ish, I guess, in the early game if you could actually find the time to use it. But giving them 2 attack instead, I think will help her scale a bit better in the early game and may even help in the mid to late. Especially if you're looking for a free attack buff, it's going to give... Basically, if you're running the rainbow set, where you have a mech like a Cobalt, you have a demon in, let's say, the Watcher or something. And as for Murloc, you have a poisonous Murloc, and you buff it to like insane heights. You can then use it. Well, I guess if it has poisonous, it really wouldn't matter how much attack it has. But a beast, I don't even know. But like if you're playing multiple pairs, this hero power is significantly better now. Toki, the Temporal Tavern, has also been reduced from 2 to 1. Toki was struggling in a spot where her hero power, you couldn't really use it in the early game to give yourself an advantage because it required 2 gold. And you'd have to wait until you had 5 gold, which was 2 turns into the game, and by that point you bought 1 minion, you've taverned up once, and I guess you could go to 3 and try to find a minion there, but it screwed up the power spike curve for Toki a bit. Whereas at 6, once you're at turn 7, you can reroll once using her hero power, and then you can still pick up 2 minions instead of having to be at 8 to do that, It makes the curve a bit better, a bit smoother, just like it did with Shutterwalk. Patches the Pirate. He's returning to the Battlegrounds hero pool. They buffed his his damage to 4 instead of 3. So I played him a little bit too. It's not the worst thing in the world. It will cheese you some wins out in the early game. It only costs, I think, 1 gold. So it'll definitely cheese you some early game victories if you want to, level up and then not really play a minion after. Pyramid, he's also returned to the hero pool. He gives a random friendly minion plus 3 health instead of 2 health. I don't know if this will be enough to make him viable. I do think it will help again in the early to mid game. Even late game, actually, it might be better as a late game hero power, honestly, but it's only 1 minion it's affecting. It's not like Wagtoggle where it's an overall buff to like different archetypes, so even if you play the rainbow, it doesn't really help you here. I just call it play the rainbow because it's basically playing like all the archetypes. The Golden Soul Juggler, he is getting buffed as well. After a friendly demon dies, he deals 3 damage to a random enemy minion twice. So it used to be that he would deal 6 damage once. Now he deals 3 damage to a random enemy minion twice. So he's still dealing 6, but now you're getting an extra 6 somewhere else on the board. Bug fixes and game improvement. Selfless Hero's Death Rattle will not only affect minions that do not already have Divine Shield. Okay, this needed to be like at the start of the battlegrounds. Like that was horrible. I remember having times where there'd be like 4 minions with Divine Shield on my board, and there'd be one without it, and it would just literally land on every minion that had Divine Shield, and it felt absolutely terrible to play. I thought it was a little weird. I noticed it a little bit when I was playing today. I thought it was a little odd that, I'm like hoping that it doesn't land on something that has Divine Shield, so it's great to see this fix. Just to rip my hair out trying to like deal with, having Selfless Hero on my board as just like a little piece early on, and it, Divine Shielding a Divine Shield already. The appearance for Arena, we'll just go into Arena because it kind of falls into the same category. The appearance rate of cards in the draft has been updated to ensure class balance remains close to the ideal 50% win rate. Specifically, the win rate of Druid, Hunter, and Paladin should now be decreased. The win rate of Priest, Rogue, Shaman, and Warlock should now be increased. Card appearance rates for Mage and Warrior remain untouched. Further battlegrounds balance changes are coming very soon. In addition to the new content we have in the pipeline, Blizzard said we'll have more to share in the near future. So that's great. I'm glad that they're still buffing. These are Hearthstone changes. They're still buffing the battlegrounds or nerfing the battlegrounds, making it balanced, bringing in heroes that were removed from the hero pool with changes to them, so they don't, become stagnant, and just, testing the waters. I'm sure if somebody's overpowered, they will quickly do a hot fix to revert them to back to the way they were. Either that or remove them from the hero pool and replace them with whatever was there before. So, what do you guys think of the Hearthstone Battlegrounds changes? Do you think these buffs help the game, or do you think like Pyramid will become a better hero with having 3 health instead of 2? What about Wagtagle? Do you think her change from 1 health to 2 attack is good for her? What do you think of the cost reductions? Do you think they're a little too strong, or do you think that they're still not strong enough? Let me know down below, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Later.